Hey, welcome friends to Scrappin' It Up. I'm Vanessa Peter, and we are going to start the Recipe Folio album. So, the album measures a 9 by 9. It is a gatefold album. It is made out of Kraft-Tex for the binding. Okay, so like I had said, you will need 2 pieces of Kraft-Tex for this, and so let's get started, ladies. I hope you guys have went to scrappinitup.com and grabbed your free cutting guide, okay? So just go to scrappinitup.com and go to the 12 Days of Christmas and click on it. And you can download the cutting guide for this. All right, so let's get started. And you're going to need some type of glue, ladies, okay? So your 2 pieces of Kraft-Tex. We're going to score these, okay? And, all right. So let's get these scored, and we're scoring at 1/2 inch. And when you work with Kraft-Tex, you do have to score just like 4 or 5 times, okay? And then we're 1/2 inch. Then we're going to score at 1 1/4. So it does take a little bit to get through it, okay? And then we're going to score at 2. That gives us 1.5 inches binding in this, okay? So score at 1/2 inch. And something else, when you're working with Kraft-Tex, you never want to apply score pal tape to it. You always want to use some type of glue, because score pal tape will not stick to Kraft-Tex, okay? You've got to use some type of glue, okay? So let's fold on our score lines. And it does take a little bit more to get these burnished in too, okay? And I always burnish with on the folded to the inside. You might just have to kind of keep working with it. It takes it a little bit to get all nice and folded. This one here didn't quite fold on my score line for some reason. There. Just keep messing with it until we get it where we want it to be. Do that to both pieces, ladies. I think you ladies are going to really like this album. I'm curious what it's going to look like with that recipe. Because I've always done it in recipes, so now I've decided to do it in something different. Okay, so now we're going to miter our corners just to the score line, ladies. Just to the score line. This is just making it a little bit easier to put our pages on, okay? Do it to all 4 corners, just to your 1/2 inch score line. Try not to go through that, because if you go through it, when you attach your page, it's going to show, ladies, and you don't want it to show. Okay? So just like that. All right, so you set those aside. Now you're going to need piece A and piece B. A, we do nothing to it. Piece B, you're going to need your scoreboard out, and we are going to score on the 10-inch side, 1/2 inch on each end. Okay, on the 10-inch side, 1/2 inch on each end. What we're doing is we are forming a pocket. Okay, now you're going to need piece G, 2 of those, and 2 pieces of H. We do nothing to G. And piece H, we're going to score on the 10-inch side. Well, can't even get those apart. On the 10-inch side, 1/2 inch on each end. Okay. One is the right side and one is the left side. Okay, on the 10-inch side, 1/2 inch on both ends. Okay. Put your scoreboard up. Now let's apply our tape to the indented side. It's always the indented side unless I tell you different. Okay? So apply your tape to the indented side. Whoops. Oops, I'm going to have to dig that up. Dropped it on the floor. Just a second, ladies. I got to get it. All right. Okay, put tape on both sides. And this is piece H that we're working on right now. We're going to form some pockets to attach to our Kraft-Tex binding. Okay. Piece G, we do nothing to it. Piece B, we are going to add our Scrappin tape to the indented side, ladies. All right. Okay, piece A and piece B. So now we're going to fold towards our bumpy side. And it's always the bumpy side unless I tell you guys different. Okay? So now piece A, okay, piece A, we are going to attach piece B right on top. You're going to line it up on all 3 sides. Okay. We won't worry about the other side because we can always trim it off if we have to. Okay. I just hold my hand there, take my tape off. And I just run my hand to the other side, hold it there, take my tape off. Okay. It's the easiest way I've found to take off Scrappin tape. Okay, let's do our other pieces. Okay, you have 2 pieces of G. And, you're going to take piece H, fold it towards the bumpy side, and burnish, please. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing. line it up on all three sides. We can always take care of this side after we get it attached. Okay. Do the same thing with your other piece of G and H. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again, ladies. Same thing. You're going to line it up. Take your tape off. Okay, so now you have two pieces of G and H put together, okay? And you have an A and B piece that you put together. Now you're going to need your glue, okay, and your Kraft-Tex. And I'm going to grab me a white to have ready to take care of my glue. All right. Okay, the first thing I do, I test it to make sure she's going to fit. If I need to cut her down, I can cut her down now versus cutting it down after I put the glue on it. And it looks like I need to cut just a hair off. Well, I think that one's going to be okay. Let's test our H piece, G and H, make sure it's going to fit, and it's going to fit. All right, we're good to go. Now you're going to apply glue to both sides. You want to be careful that you don't get too much glue that it oozes out, okay? But you want enough glue that it's going to stick, okay? Just lift it up just a little bit, slide this in, and line her up. You don't want to go past your score line, ladies. And a little bit of glue come out. Okay. Now let's do the other side. Again, I'm going to test it to make sure. It could almost, I'm just going to trim just a hair off of it. Okay. So when you do that, then you have to rescore to your score lines. Okay, I just cut a hair. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but I cut just a hair off. Okay. So now it should fit just a little bit better. Yes, I'm happy with that. I know, I'm picky, ladies. I'm picky, but that's okay. I'm just going to lift my pocket kind of open, slide this in up to my score lines without going over. Okay, just going to lightly push. I'm not pushing real hard on it. You don't want to put a whole lot of glue because you can get some warping. I was working on an album today with Kraft-Tex and glue, and I got a little too much on it, and it warped on me. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let's see, which side was it? I covered some of it up with glue, but I did get a little bit of warping. So if you get too much glue, you can get some warping. Okay. All right. So let's attach piece H and G. And again, I'm applying glue to the 1/2 inch. Okay. Oops. Do it to both sides. Now I'm gonna put it this way. And these are both the same size, so it doesn't matter which one goes where. I'm just lightly rubbing on that. I'm not rubbing too hard. Now I'm rubbing a little bit harder to make sure we get it nice and good. Okay. Okay, let's put our other piece on. Same thing, we're putting 1/2 inch of glue on that 1/2 inch. Sorry, I'm probably getting out of camera. Sorry, ladies. Can't even stay on it. All right. Now I'm going to grab my other G and H. Put this in here. And you might have to kind of hold it up a little bit to make sure that stays in there where she's supposed to be staying. If you lay her flat right the moment, it may not get to where you need it to go. Okay? I almost went over my score line, ladies. That ain't good. So do not, I mean, you could fold it a little bit, but don't force this yet. Let your glue dry before you start making it fold on these score lines. Okay? So just let it dry. There's a little bit of a warping going on. Not warping, but not wanting to lay flat for some reason. That's kind of weird. Now you can fold your, Kraft-Tex in half. Yeah. And when you fold it in half, it should pretty well fold about the same. You know, when you fold it over. I mean, mine's off just a little bit. I'm not for sure why. But it is off just a little bit when you fold it in half. So if you're off very much, what we may have to do is make a new score line with our Kraft-Tex. If you're off, you know, very, very far. But I think it'll be good. Okay, so don't fold where the Kraft-Tex meets the cardstock, okay? Don't force fold that yet. Let your glue dry really well, ladies, okay? Okay, so that's it in this video. I will come back in the next video and we will start working on the inside, ladies. Okay, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and we will talk to you guys later. Keep scrapping. Bye-bye.